your bank will never ask you to click on this link to send them any Bitcoin, and they will most likely try to get in contact with you by phone.
Welcome to another episode here at Tomachek Financial. We're happy to be with you today. Maybe the topic might not be something that is so much happy about, but once in our lifetime, once you've got internet, once you've got a mobile phone, you probably have been getting a message that that CRA has got a check for you when you've already collected all of it. You've got to send money or they're going to release some videos about you, even though you've never recorded a video in your life. Apart from the podcast here at Tomachek Financial, of course. So I'm talking about scams, and this is one where you can be affected financially. And this is where you've got to be careful. The links that are often sent, it usually looks genuine. Sometimes you are forced into getting into a situation, your information gets out there. And how do you go about ensuring that you are protected against things like these, the elements out there?
No, you're right. And I don't click on anything. which is probably a response from an older individual. You don't even click
and reply to my emails.
That is correct.
Much less links.
Because I think that's a scam. Right?
You think I'm a scam?
So I'm very particular. Yeah. So as you've noticed, originally, I have to know exactly who the sender is. So I rarely, if ever, click on anything. I make sure that I have two-factor authentication. And even by taking all the precautions and making sure that someone contacts me, calls me as opposed to just text me. I almost got scammed last week.
So that's why we're doing this episode also, because it's important to shed light that even though that we might have all of these things on our hands, we can still be drawn into this because it sounds as legitimate as possible. Yeah. So, you want to tell us a little bit about what happened?
So it wasn't like a Nigerian prince that I'm still waiting for my $1 million because I sent them all that money. So that wasn't that particular scam. But I find because we lead busy lives, when we tend to be really on the go, on the rush, we kind of let our guards down. And this is exactly what happened to me, whereby I'm driving home. And one of my partners has approached me via text to send her some Apple cards, right? And I thought that was okay. One, what the heck is an Apple card? I thought she wanted me to go to Sobeys and buy her some apples, and I thought that was weird.
Or buy a gift card for apples?
Yeah, exactly. So that was weird. But then I, kind of pressed on. We've kind of talked because I'm all the signs were there. Area code 302.
Yeah.
Right. The way that she spelled her name wasn't the way she normally spells her name. But I just finished talking to her, and she was busy, and she was moving on to something else. So I thought, okay, this, okay.
It's got to be
it's got to be a person. Legit, right? Yeah. So, right, maybe 302 is an area code from Colombia, right? And given that she's from Colombia, maybe she has another phone. So the alarm bells didn't ring.
Right.
So I've pressed on. I've asked her, okay, normally when I'm not sure of something, I just ask her, call me. Right. And let's have a chat, and then you could explain to me what those Apple cards are all about. Right. She goes, no, I'm into a presentation, with a client, so can't really talk at the moment. So I say, okay, that seems right, because she's busier than me, so she's always busy. So I say, okay, all right, that seems about right. So maybe if you could tell me a bit more about those Apple cards. So she goes, no, just go to a grocery store, Rexall or whatever, and buy the cards. I say, okay, all right, maybe she's in a rush. She's supposed to, maybe she has to, she has a festivity that she didn't get. She's not going to get a chance for a birthday party to bring a gift. Okay, my mind is going to all different directions. Right. So I'm thinking, okay, how much do you need? Right. So they had me a bit, right? Yeah. The hook, how much do you need? You know, and then when she comes back, or whoever comes back, I'm assuming it's a she, it probably is a he in his mom's basement somewhere. And the person asked me for $500. Oh. Even my kids know better than to ask me
for $500.
$500 without giving me any context. Right? They'll butter me up like you do, bring me a coffee, right? You know, to take me out to lunch or something.
Hey, let's go golfing.
Right. That's a way to get me. That's what the money starts to be dished out.
If she told you, probably get me $500 golf cards to free. Yeah, right away.
If they really knew me, that would have been it. But asking for $500, and I know my partner that she would, she even if she, let's say she did need the money, she would actually call me and tell me in terms of the context. And then once she put the person, he or she, like I said, it could be someone in their mom's basement that is sending me this scam. That's when I knew that it wasn't
not
legitimate. And I just responded by good luck.
And they didn't respond.
And never responded.
So they realized that you were on to them.
That's right.
Sometimes so you don't have to respond and just leave it there. And then, like the one I got the other day, like they're already attacking TFTs. What's going on?
I know.
But I got one that suggested that I pay them in Bitcoins and I shouldn't contact the police. And if I do, because Bitcoin is untraceable, and then they'll release the videos allegedly that I made.
Anything you want to tell us? Okay, all right.
You know what? But the good thing is, like with your emails and so forth, you have these security measures that went straight to your junk mail. But I still clean my email and I monitor my emails every day. So, right away I went and did a search on the internet about it. And sometimes you got to be careful when you're doing the search as well. Yes. You might fall into that trap. They expect you to do that. But don't involve the police.
That's a red flag.
That's already a red flag, right? And you're correct to say red flags. Like these are the things that you point out. Like you would get messages saying that something is wrong with your account. There's unusual transaction. Click on the link to reset. Anytime they click on a particular link and they don't
malware.
mention and they don't mention like your account or anything, and that any particular transaction that you do, you usually would get emails on that, or if you monitor your we've said this when you talk about your credit score and so forth, ensure that you're not affected with that.
Exactly.
Ensure that you check your accounts regularly to know the transactions. I think that was one.
Definitely.
Like they like you or something.
They love to try to scam you.
They stole your identity once.
Exactly.
Right?
So here's kind of tips. One, your bank will never ask you to click on this link to send them any Bitcoin, and they will most likely try to get in contact with you by phone. And then the next step is not for you to do anything with your computer, would be to go visit the branch. Right. So it'll be in person. The same thing when it comes to CRA. CRA, they're not sending you any money that you're not looking for. Exactly. So one of the things, they will contact you via the telephone. And if there's any issues, you could basically log into your account at My CRA.
That's right.
And see anything that's applicable. Another one is that they like to use is when another red flag is don't call the police. When they say don't call the police, I call the police. All right.
So definitely, for sure. And then another one I think in particular that you should identify is like when they call you and ask you to divulge your public information over the phone. If it's your bank, they're not going to ask you for your information. Exactly. They should know it, right? And you should never do that. Ensure that your passwords are often not something as simple as your birthday or something.
Exactly.
So just
or 1111.
Yeah, 1 2 3 4.
Exactly.
Even worse.
Exactly.
So always ensure that these are little tips that you can help with, especially you want to protect your clients as much as possible.
Exactly.
From theft, right?
So another one that I saw was from a former student, right? So everyone is looking to be gainfully employed, and we know in this market, it's pretty hard to find, you know, a suitable job. You can find pretty much any job, but job in your field, it's hard to get.
Yeah.
So a lot of time, individuals will kind of hire like an HR company, a consultant company to find them a suitable job. Never ever pay for that type of service.
Yeah.
The way that these companies get paid is from the company directly that they're going to provide you with that particular job opportunity.
Right.
So you never have to put any money down with regards to that, right? It's in their best interest for them to find you a particular position, and then the company that they get you the position from, they will pay them. So one of the red flags, and that's my biggest one, when people start asking for money, that's when you hang up, regardless of what it is.
That's
right? CRA will not ask you to send money via Bitcoin.
Right.
That's right. You could go to your bank account, right, and have them as a bill payment if you really owe them the money, and then pay them via bill payment. So that to me is the number one red flag.
That's true. And also I think this was mentioned to me as well, is that if you're noticing like small transactions on your account, unusual and very small, they add up to significant amounts over time. So just, you know, change your card, report your card, and just the bank will do that for you.
Exactly.
In order to protect your identity. And now I see that the banks would definitely, if you purchase items in a particular area that don't you usually frequent, they'll send you hey, this is an unusual transaction. Is it you? You know, go ahead. If not that, so check your account. That is where you have to check your account regularly.
Exactly. One of the first time I went to Florida, and now I go there on a regular basis, my card got blocked. And I know I got plenty of limit, but I had never been to Florida before. So my card issuer basically said, well, this is unusual. Pierre is never in the state of Florida. Might be in New York, but not in Florida. So therefore they blocked it. They had me called, and then after I called, they they removed the block. And I was
sometimes it's okay to go before you travel. Just tell the bank, inform the bank, and you're good to go there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we've covered most of the bases in terms of the scams, and we want our audience to know about these certain things that they should be aware of, and so that they can protect themselves. Like we've experienced some, and maybe you have too, and maybe you can comment below some of the scams that you have experienced, so that we know about, and our audience can know about as well. And maybe if there's anyone in particular that we can address in a future video, we will certainly do that for you. So thanks again, Pierre, for stopping by. As always, you are efficient in answering our questions, and we love having you on, and we hope that it can benefit our audience as much as possible, right? Definitely. So thank you again. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you like, subscribe, share, and of course make that comment for us. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.